Wow, so big news coming out of Vítor Pereira's press conference, which I've just finished watching as we speak as I'm out and about. So I thought I'd mix that in with my Wolves vs Tottenham preview. But before I get into all the news of his press conference and the preview of the game, if you could please subscribe, I'm literally 15 off 8,000 and it'd be really appreciated and it really helps the channel. Cheers. So, yes, as we know, Wolves are pretty much safe. We've got to try and stop the on the beach mentality, and Vítor Pereira, and I've seen Aït-Nouri make some comments about it as well, saying it's still a game at a time, we're still going to try and get some great results. And yeah, so they've just got to try and enjoy it as well. And you can tell by the way the players are speaking, the way Vítor's speaking, we are not going to take our foot on the off the gas. And Spurs are only on 37 points, and you've got to remember their priority is against Frankfurt. They drew 1-1 in the home leg in the Europa League, and then they've got to play them again Thursday, so they're probably going to rest a lot of players for this game and they will not even be caring about it. So if we can win, that takes us just 2 points behind Spurs, and we have not got above 17th all season in the Premier League, so it'd be so nice to finish above 17th and try and get up to like 15th and keep our momentum going, because obviously, as we know, 3 wins and a draw in our last 4, and we've been playing really well. Just another thing as well I found interesting, semi-automated offsides will be brought in to the Premier League this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see if there's any controversy with that, because obviously against Bournemouth in the FA Cup, when we got knocked out, there was like a 7 or 8 minute delay, which was not fun to watch, and obviously not fun for people in the crowd watching as well. Just some more big bullet points to come out of Vítor Pereira's press conference. Pedro Lima's the only injury concern. He twisted his ankle in training today, I believe, so he probably won't be on the bench. And yeah, he was asked outright, is Cunha going to start? And he just said, nope, you do not change a winning team. And Cunha understands, and fair play to Vítor, man, because I thought he'd skirt around this question and say, oh, wait and see. But you've got to assume he's had conversations with Cunha behind the scenes, probably pulled him into his office and said, look, even you've got to understand you cannot be put into this team after how we've been playing. And I hope he hasn't threw his toys out the pram. We haven't heard that he has. So he's just got to try and prove that he should start the next game if he comes off the bench against Spurs and makes an impact. And I'm sure he'll be well up for that, because he'll want to put his name in the shop window. He'll want to make sure these top clubs, I've seen he's been linked with Newcastle heavily today as well, he'll want to make sure they actually want to put that £62.5 million bid in. So if he comes off the bench, I'm sure he'll be raring and firing to go. And I just hope he goes about it the right way and don't start cupping his ears to the South Bank or something if he scores a goal, because I did a video on this last week and I made my thoughts very clear that I don't think he should start. I agree with Vítor, and I'd say about 80% of you lot in the comments agreed as well, or probably more than 90% of all Wolves fans said he shouldn't start. So everybody is singing off the same hymn sheet, thankfully. And another interesting thing I found as well is if we win this game, that'll be 4 wins in a row. And the last time Wolves won 4 games in the top flight of English football, Vítor Pereira is only 3 years old, so 53 years ago was the last time Wolves won 3 Premier League games in a row, which is a mad stat, and let's hope we can do it. So let's get into the history of Wolves v Spurs. We've played Spurs 21 times in Premier League history, 21 meetings. We've won 8 of them. There's been 4 draws, I believe, and Spurs have won 9. Now, in the last 4 games, we've won 3 and drew 1 against Spurs. Obviously, that draw being last time out in the reverse fixture, where we come back to draw 2-2. Strand Larsen off the bench, smashed it into the roof of the net, and Hwang Hee-chan put us 1-0 up that day. And at the time, that felt like an amazing result. But with how Spurs have fell off and where they are in the league, it was probably 2 points dropped in hindsight. But it was a nice little run when Vítor first come in on it, because we'd beat Man United and Leicester just before that. So starting 11, I was planning on having a big debate again about Cunha, but we know he's not starting now, so it's going to be the same team. It's going to be the exact same team. I'll put it up on the screen for you there, and that'll be 5 games in a row that we've started the exact same team, which I'm very happy with, and I'm sure you are watching this too. And I hope it's a nice sunny day against Spurs, by the way, because it's lovely today, and it's meant to be nice Saturday, but let's hope the sun is there and Molineux can be rocking in the sunshine and get behind the boys on Sunday. Score prediction with my head. Do you know what? Even with my head, I'm going to say 2-1 Wolves. Very conservative 2-1 Wolves. With my heart, boys, 3-1. 3-1, I think. You know what? Actually, no. Let's up it to 4-1. 4-1 Wolves, let's go for it. So for the 2-1 with my head, I'll say Strand Larsen brace. I can feel it. And with the 4-1, I'll say Strand Larsen, Bellegarde, and then Cunha to come off the bench and get 2. There we go. And then he'd probably cup the ears to the South Bank and be like, yeah, me. But there we go. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you are new. It'd be really appreciated. As I say, I'm so close to 8,000. Have a great weekend, everybody. And let's get the business done against Spurs in the Premier League on Sunday. Cheers. And I'll catch you next video.